What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the best Polarbearz Titans in 2022. A very important video, I think, because so many new things have been added, updates, Titans and so on. The meta has shifted and I'm gonna be here to bring you up to date. Here a quick godlike. You could barely hear it because the match was ended, and by the way, you probably imagine how upset I was when the match ended in that situation. Alright, so we have the Ox Minos right here in the list of the top 3. Also, by the way, all Titans are using double Onslaught Reactor maxed and double Anti-Control for Titans maxed. It is the best of the best, and this video is about giving you the best. Also, we're utilizing the Mantis Battleship for all 3 Titans that I show you in this video for the healing and the extra survivability. Okay, so first Titan we have here is the Ox Minos. The order in which is the second, the first, and the best I'll give you in a moment. And then we have this Murometz as well, and we have the Baihu Luchador as well. Alright, so ladies and gents, the top 3 is about to begin, okay? But first, let me show you how I play Polarbearz and PUBG on one of the coolest new gaming phones out there. Today's sponsor, the Red Magic 7 Pro. This powerhouse offers an unrivaled gaming experience with next-gen hardware, and thanks to the 16-megapixel under-display camera, it offers a true ultra-clear full-screen display, 2 front-facing speakers with DTS surround sound, and the perfect shoulder triggers for your gaming. The cameras can record up to 8K or 4K 60 with decent image quality. They get the job done but aren't really the phone's strongest ability. The 6.8 inches AMOLED display, however, is. Perfect pixel resolution, 960 multi-finger touch sampling rate, and a 120 Hz refresh rate on the screen for maximum response time and perfect smoothness. The red switch on the side launches the Red Magic Gaming Lobby app, which allows you to set gaming profiles for each game. And to top it all off, there are also a lot of accessories for the game, like an attachable controller to make your gaming even more limitless. So how about we go into gaming now? That's where the Red Magic 7 Pro really shows what it's made of, with maximum graphics quality at highest resolution and frame rate, running perfectly smooth. Double swipe in to access the game controls, which allows you to set, for example, the 500 Hz shoulder trigger buttons like I did here. Right trigger now fires the weapons, which allows me to aim and fire accurately at the same time. Here's a few more specs for you while the phone and I destroy everything. The Red Magic 7 Pro comes in 2 different versions, the transparent RGB flagship Supernova with 512GB memory, or the Obsidian version with 256. They both have a 5000 mAh dual cell battery with a 65 watts fast charging, a quiet turbo fan in the back in combination with a liquid cooling plate for perfect heat dissipation, which means that CPU and GPU don't heat throttle as much as other phones do. It has the latest Snapdragon processor 8 Gen 1 with up to 3 GHz clock speed in combination with a Red Core 1 chip for perfect performance, 16 GB RAM and up to 6 GB expandable virtual memory, a very well working fingerprint reader, and so many more things. And as you can see right here, even though I forgot to assign the shoulder buttons for PUBG, I was still able to play extremely smoothly and very accurately, and even get to the point of winner winner chicken dinner at the end. And it also showed me again how awesome mobile gaming can be if you have the right device for it. So check out my link in the video description pinned comment to find your Red Magic 7 Pro. So here we go, the third and weakest of these 3 Titans is the Minos. Double Cinder and 1 Squall shotgun on the top. That is typically the meta setup right now. Why? Because you have the necessary brawling power also against some Revenants and some really tanky robots that are otherwise hard to kill with Cinders only. But you also have those Cinders for multiple enemies at the same time, especially weak and, wimpy enemies like, for example, Harpies, Sirens, Harpies, or other small things just getting really quickly killed. In this case here, I just squished 2 robots and I'm about to capture the beacon. Both of them are spawning their Luchador, and this is the moment where I can shine with my Minos. I wait for them to activate their reflector, then I run out with my sprint ability. I'm waiting out. They have all 4 Cinders. The Cinders don't do anything when I'm so far away. Now I regenerated my ability. His reflector is gone. I'm going back in. I wait for firepower to open up on me, and then my reflector starts. He's doing one desperate little jump at the end. In the meantime, I'm giving myself a Mantis Battleship healing and shield, and there goes one of those guys. Well, he got a reflector near the end here. Quite unfortunate. I also must say I'm getting supported by a Capri as well. It's not just me. A Capri is here too. I'm healing him up and giving him an extra shield with my own shielding and battleship support, and we were able to absolutely duo these guys. No problem. If you like the content, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. We're slowly making our way to 400,000 subscribers, and there's going to be a big special coming up when that happens. Also, of course, the double Cinder allows you to shoot through walls. Other Titans who do not have Cinder are like lunch for you if you have some cover to stand between. And that is what we have utilized here against the Arthur, very shortly because he got killed pretty quickly, but just to show you, this is a strategy that works very well. Also, the Minos has a lot of health. The Minos mobility is really the key here. Has always been that way. Also, if you watch my top 5 best war robots video, top right corner for you guys, or in the video description as well, then yeah, you see that the robots that make it into the top 5, into the top 3, and so on, they are always fast in some way. They're normally not slow. They have something that makes them mobile or something special. And that is the same thing we see here with the Minos. It's still the same situation. We still have more than a 500,000 HP, or we had. Now we're running in here one more time. Multiple opponents to hit with our Cinders, which is great. That gives us the Battleship Mantis support all the time. We're using it already, bringing up a shield and extra healing. And this is also the reason why we are on max gray HP. We had the Capri support as well, but that Battleship Mantis healing is also what brings us at maximum gray HP and keeps us in the game for a very long time. And that, utilizing this, is a very, very, very useful tool. Now, I swap over to the next target. I see that they have the Revenant under control, and I'm rather going for the vulnerable Fafnir that's flying in the air. Boop, got him here, activating Reflector against the very strong scatters that this guy is firing. And yeah, the match is going to end now. This was the first situation. The third place, the last of these robots with 8 million damage, 13 kills, 6 caps. It's the mobility that makes it happen, even on a sniper map, as you have just seen. The Minos performs exceptionally well due to that double sprint ability he's got, that reflector that allows him to use it while he's on the move. Very useful, super powerful setup, and one you should never underestimate. Now, who's the second one? The second most powerful robot here in this list, which also obviously gives you the first, it is the Murometz, okay? I was thinking hard, should it be the first one, but I feel like no. The Murometz is the ideal anti-Titan Titan, but you don't always fight Titans with a Titan, and with a Luchador, it just does robots so much better than the Murometz. The Murometz is actually rather susceptible to attacks from Scorpions with Scatters and Havoc, or Revenants that jump on you with, you know, Devastator and Scatter. The Murometz gets killed rather quickly by regular robots as well. The Luchador does not. The Reflector also provides it with the extra survivability. The Murometz can be countered in the air by a Hawk with Quantum Radar. Try doing that with a Luchador. Doesn't work, you know? But of course, why is the Murometz still in the list? Because it seems like I'm only talking bad about it. No. By the way, double Capri support. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the reason is it's the anti-Titan Titan. This thing allows you to kill Titan faster than any other, or easier than most other Titans can. You just activate the Blackout, then they can't use their ability. You start to fly, and you time it well, and you just take down that entire Luchador or that entire Minos in just a few seconds, and there is next to nothing he can do because his abilities are deactivated. The Reflector isn't working, right? And in the meantime, you're invincible due to your own stealth ability, so it's just really an absolute assassin Titan. One that you really want to have if the task is to kill other Titans. That's where the Murometz comes in. Okay? Of course, other Titans can do that too very well, but the Murometz has this special flight, this angle, the altitude, the necessary firepower, and also the blackout ability. Here, another Titan there. I knew that. The Luchador, no, the Murometz just flew up, so he doesn't have his ability to fly up right now. And even if he did, I had him blackouted, so he could not have used his ability right there. Easily scored a living legend already. Did you know that heavy alpha weapons on Titans can ignore last stand defense? Yes, you're gonna see this right here. Only alpha weapons can do that, and the Murometz happens to have 2 of them. Look at his last stand. Okay, there goes the last stand. Didn't work, because alpha weapons bypass that when they're maxed. Living Legends, I don't know how many of them we just had, but I feel like I was successful in showing you why the Murometz made it to place 2 here. It is not just good against Titans, it's also incredibly strong against robots. It's just more vulnerable against certain robots than, for example, a Luchador is. But overall, it is a monster, and definitely deserves its place in top 2. And you also see a heavy increase of usage of Murometzes right now in 2022. It's insane. You see Murometzes all the time now. They're everywhere because they counter Luchadors and Minos and so many other Titans so well, right? With that blackout ability. So again, 7 7.4 million damage, 14 kills, and 4 beacons capped. That was a great match, and a lot of that was the Murometz by far. The Living Legend with 4 or 5 Living Legends in the end. I think that was pretty much all the kills we've done. Also, you might be asking, Manni, why is there no supporter like a Heimdall or a Nodens this time in the list? The reason being, I wanted to give you the top 3 most powerful setups that simply perform great in most situations if you play well. The Nodens and the Heimdall can be better sometimes than any of these if you usually pair up a lot with Titan friends, or you spawn later when Titans are around and you heal them with your Nodens. Then the impact of that Nodens can be much greater than another Luchador or whatever, right? But it is situational. It requires certain circumstances, which the other 3 here in the video don't really do. So yeah, that's why they are in the list and the supporters are not. But again, if you do play a lot with friends, then maybe that Nodens is on second spot for you personally. Could be. So yeah, let's jump into the best, the number 1, the Luchador. Whereas the Murometz had double Krait and no, double Basilisk and 1-time Krait. I think I wrote this wrong, didn't I? It should say double Basilisk and 1-time Krait. This one here is utilizing, similar to the Minos, double Cinder and then a shotgun. And the Minos has the Squall shotgun, the small one. The Luchador brings a heavy alpha weapon to the table, allowing him to carry a heavy Grom. Now, we had our reflector, or no, I just started my reflector, and he had his reflector used, so we were able to just break him easily. Now I'm making a little mistake. I wanted to land here behind this little turret here, in safety. But I made a bad jump, and I land here on the turret, and I get stuck, which is kind of unfortunate because it makes me take extra damage, but nothing a Mantis battleship can't fix. So we're still in the game. We're dropping this Minos, nope, that Arthur pretty quickly here. Arthur would be also still a strong contender, but the mobility is just killing him. The mobility just keeps him out of the game. You have no jump, you have no sprint, you have no flight. It just doesn't, it's just not meta ready, okay? For any of these things, you need meta stuff for mobility, and that is what you want here. So here you see how easily I was able to counter this guy. He spawned in his base, he used 2 running modes to get here. Then my shotgun forced him, or so he thought, into using his reflector way too early. I'm staying out of his cinders. Then I jump in with my reflector. I'm suppressing him if he can be suppressed. No, he has anti-control, but I still have my reflector. He's doing a good job. He's running away with his remaining 3rd sprint, which allowed him to get out of danger zone for just a moment, but it's not enough. He goes down. And how many Titan was that? I don't know. I think that was the 3rd Titan we killed. Mantis battleship is repairing me once more. And there is already my next victim. I ignore the jumping Revenant because all damage he does now, or I do to him, he can restore. So I'm just gonna jump on the Arthur and have a high accelerated elevated spot from where I can bypass his shield, even with a shotgun shooting on top of him. Not only the cinders are killing him, also the shotgun is hitting him very accurately over his shield due to the increased altitude I had. Very, very smart and very, very easy in this situation. And you see also how effortlessly the Luchador is able to just, make his way through many, many enemies. It's I feel like most other Titans would have probably died by now, or would have had like a loss of weapon or whatever. The Murometz has nothing of this sort. He's just rocking right through everybody, and yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 3 best war robot Titans in 2022. Hopefully you had some fun time watching. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with the list? Would you change something in the list? As usual, I'm very much open for feedback. This is just one man's perspective here. Yeah, but tell me what you think. Have a good one and see you in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.